Last time you guys saw me, we were putting together $1,000 parlay, and we did it live on air for everybody to get a piece, and it was absolutely free. You think we can do it again? Go Birds! We don't. Thank you, everybody, for coming back and welcome back to another episode of the Money Pop Podcast. I am the host, I am the CEO, I am the president. They call me Moss Money. And what we talking about today are if all the betting favorites will cover the spread and we'll go game by game. And if you were with me, I missed y'all last week, but the week before, ooh, we put a banger together. We put $1,000 parlay together, and guess what? It smacked. It smashed. So if you didn't follow, if you didn't subscribe, that's on you. You gotta play to win. You gotta play to win. And guess what? We've been winning, not winning, winning, because that means we are winning over and over and over again in our parlay selections. So make sure you guys tune in because I got another one for you. And we need this Christmas money. We need this Christmas money. But let's get into the games. Let's get into our poll question. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's go. Poll question brought to you by Gleason's Bar. Oh man, I haven't been out there yet. I got to get out there, but located at 6700 Meat Krill Ave in Levittown, PA. Use promo code A2D for 10% off your order when you dine and take out. Poll question of the day. All the betting favorites will cover the spread. We should just line them up. Just put them all in a parlay and just bet all the favorites and see what happens. Agree, disagree. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Yeah. Let me know what y'all talking about. Drop it in the comments. Agree or disagree. Should we put a parlay together and just put all the favorites and just call it the day? Call it that. And that includes those pesky 49ers who keep talking. I ain't never seen nobody talk so much trash. You even got other fans from other teams joining it. Like we are so hated. Like it's ridiculous. We are so hated. Oh man, but I guess that's what it feels like to be on top. Man. And we've been on top. We were on top last year. Just hate, hate, hate. You got Dallas Cowboys fans chiming in about how the 49ers, like, when did y'all become 49ers fans? You know how deep a rivalry 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys are? And you're cheering for them. That's how deep the hate goes, man. That is crazy out here. It's crazy out in these streets out here in Philly, man. I'm telling y'all. I mean, like, it's sad, really. It's really sad that you gotta take off your colors and be fake and go put on somebody else's colors and put on their pom poms and go rah 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 behind their fans. Like, come on. Like, really? Like, that's what we doing out here? Dallas, Giants, Washington, Patriots, whoever else is not Kelly Green or Eagle Green. That's what we doing out here. We gotta hate on us so bad. You gotta cheer for the other team, even though, like, come on, man. Y'all drawn. Like, that's why you're gonna get y'all ass bust today. That's why the Eagles gonna bust that Niners ass today, man. I'm telling you, I can't wait for the game today. Why I gotta be at 4 o'clock? Why can't they put that shit on 9? I need it right now. Just like y'all need these bets right now. I'm just yapping because I got that Eagle fan coming on me. But y'all need these bets right now. So make sure, like I said, man, y'all just chiming in. Go ahead, drop agree or disagree to the poll question, and let's get into the sports book. Bring up my handy dandy sportsbook. Been killing it on ESPN, bro. Oh my God. Oh, look at that. You know, I was digging deep in some bets today. Had this right up. Like, what can we do today? What can we do today? So if you're new to the show, if you're just watching for the first time, typically what I do is I do 3 parlays. I do a 2-teamer, a 3-teamer, and we go for it on a 4-team banger. Last week, if you guys were with us, this ain't no fluke. This is what I do. I'm good at what I do. I don't say tell a friend to tell a friend for no reason. You know what I mean? You see it live. It's not me versus them. It's not me versus your favorite bettors. It's us versus them, us versus the bookman, aka the boogeyman, to get this bread. So let's go with the first parlay of the day. I'm gonna do a little bit of a touchdown parlay. It's going to be a little bit light, more than likely on the odds. I haven't even seen the odds. I just kind of wrote it down what I wanted to do here. But I'm going here to these two 1 o'clock games. I think the rushing attack here has I think the rushing attack here is going to be favored. A little the totals are about right. Um, I don't know how the Steelers are favored by 7 against. I don't care against anybody. That offense is terrible. But the good bright spot about this offense is Najee Harris. Najee Harris had over 100 yards last game, and he's coming on strong of late with his play. I think I saw some stat like he has the most rushes over 15 yards, which is crazy to think about because he doesn't have that many rushing yards. I don't even know where he's at in terms of league leaders and rushing yards, but I think he only has like 600 or 700 rushing yards. Like he's not even up there. Like DeAndre Swift is in the top 5 in rushing yards and he don't even get the ball that much. Like it's just like it's crazy. But yeah, Najee, I'm looking at Najee's top 20. Like he's not even really a big time rusher. But I do like him today. I think the Cardinals have the worst rushing defense in the league, if I'm not mistaken. So give me a little anytime touchdown with Najee Harris. I think Najee gets in the zone and it kind of protects you too. Because if you take his player prop over 50 or something yards, you know, you still have was it Warren? You still have Warren in there who gets some touches too. But I think they give him the ball come end zone. He's a threat out of the backfield as well. So give me Najee Harris to score here at minus 106 for our first leg and our first 2 leg anytime touchdown parlay. Now, actually, no, I was incorrect. It's not the Cardinals. It's the Colts who have the worst rushing defense in the league. And if you look at this line, this is a short line in Tennessee. You would think with this offense, the way this offense runs, that the Colts would be favored. And I think in other books you might see -2 on this line. But I think the Tennessee Titans are going to keep doing what they're doing right now. And I think you see some success here by Derrick Henry. And when the last time you seen Derrick Henry just minus 105 to score? So give me some Derrick Henry here to score a touchdown here. I'm taking Najee Harris and Derrick Henry to score a touchdown. That's almost 3-1. Not a bad little parlay to start off the morning. Give me that for our first parlay bet of the day. Make sure you guys lock that in. I really like that one. I think that's an easy one. Just get us going, get us moving in the morning. And that bet is brought to you by Royal Billiard. So we gotta throw that ad up right after the bet, and I'll get right back to you guys here shortly.
Royal Billiard and Recreation, proudly celebrating 40 years and our new, bigger showroom.
Twice the size and twice the fun.
More pool tables by Olhausen. More dartboard sets, including custom reclaimed backboards. More bar and kitchen stools that can change a room.
And more bars, including pre-built and custom.
Hot tubs, skee ball, shuffleboard, outdoor,
and fun.
Royal Billiard and Recreation, your ultimate game room store. Now located on Bethlehem Pike in Colmar.
We are back. Let me get to some of the comments, man. Marlo, go Birds. Absolutely. Go Birds. Go Birds, baby. Brian, what's up, man? Appreciate you chiming in. What's going on, bro? Got a better here, Brian Daly. Going to disagree to the poll. Yeah, I looked at the numbers real quick and I said, hey, what, does that make sense? Like, did we get an underdog win here? Right, like he said, somebody always screws it up. They do. It's always that last leg, right? You put that banger together. You put that 6-8 team together, and you crushed it all. But it's always that one. Always that one. That's the theme of the parlay better. Always that one that messes you up, man. Hey, did anybody bet with me last week? and hit that $1,000 bet? Like, there's a great question. Like, you guys watch, but are you betting with me? Like, did you bet and hit? I hope you guys did. Like I said, man, I ain't never met nobody I ain't never make no money for, especially in the sports betting. So I hope y'all rolled with me last week. You know what I mean? I hope y'all rolled with me last week for sure. Mr. Lynch 33 feels like birds on the feels like betting on the birds is smart money home dogs and they are undefeated at the link. Yeah, no, it the more I look at this game, the more I like the Eagles. And you guys know, like you've seen me have bet against the Eagles before. And at first I was on San Fran. The first thing I thought about after last week, like, man, we're banged up, coming off a tough win, grind out win in the rain, kind of same dreary day as it is again today. And then we're so banged up and hurt. So it's tough to it was tough to even think that the Eagles would be winning, but uh have a good shot in this game. But the more I think about it, I was like, damn, are we really discounting this team? Like, man, like they're the best team in the NFL. And no, I said that the San Francisco 49ers, when healthy, bar none, are the best team in the NFL. And we'll see that test today. But man, the Eagles are the best team record-wise in the NFL. They're the best team. They're 10-1 or whatever their record is, and now they're underdogs. Man, like either Vegas giving us the okey doke, or them boys don't know the algorithm that got messed up on them numbers. So, man, that's crazy to even think about right now. So, let's bring the sports book back up, man. We got our first parlay bet in. We had a two-leg anytime touchdown, Najee Harris and Derrick Henry to score. That's plus 279. That's about almost 3-1 to hit this parlay. So, like I said, for my bet small, win big betters. If you got nothing really on it, put $25 on it, win you $70. But like me, I got a little bit of money to play with. I'll go for the full unit size. $100 wins me 279. Total back is 379 on your initial investment. All right. Let's cook them up some more, man. So, looking at the slate today, right? And you guys chime in, help me out, man. Like, help me out on what you guys like and what you guys see and what are the better bets for us to take. I want to. It's raining. It's gonna be raining in Foxborough, so I'm staying away from this Chargers game. I think Allen's kind of banged up. Eckler makes a lot of sense here. That's why the total is starting to trip down a little bit. I think it was over 40 when it started. Zappy's getting the start. But yeah, offensively, I don't know, excuse me, how much more that's going to help, if anything. I would lean Chargers here, but I mean the Chargers are 4-7, so they're a bad team right now. I'm surprised that head coach still has a coaching job. But let's go to this Miami Dolphins and Washington Commanders game. The Commanders are the worst defense in the league, statistically up and down everywhere you go. So with that being said, what can we do here? They've given up in the last four, I think I looked. They've given up over 300 yards, 300-yard passers in every game. They even gave up 200 and 85 yards to, and out in New York, DeVito, he had 285 yards and three touchdowns against this team. Like, like that defense is atrocious. So, with that being said, I think obviously this is going to be a track meet. Not going to be raining in Washington, so the field conditions should be fine. Going to be 46, a little bit of overcast. But so Washington has some banged up guys here, man. I think Forbes, their what's it called? Their one of their starting corners is going to be out. I think they got a defensive end who's going to be out as well. So, man, there's some questionable pieces here, but I don't think that that's a good news. That's not good news for the worst defense, losing more defensive players after they traded everybody. So I'm looking at offensive production here. I'm looking at Tua. I'm looking at obviously Tyreek. Tyreek scoring makes a lot of sense. I think he almost leads the league in scoring here. I think 2.5 passing touchdowns make a lot of sense here too for for Tua. Let me see the last time he threw for well, let me actually know because is this because they gave up 3 touchdowns to DeVito? Like, how do you give up 3 touchdowns to the New York Giants offense? I think Dak had a big game last game. He had no, this is not the game I want. That was our game. Let me see. I think he had like 385. Yeah, he had 4 touchdowns. That 2.5 touchdowns makes a lot of sense, man. What did he give up to Gino? Gino only had 2 touchdowns, but he had 369 yards. Like they were just passing all over him. So they gave up 4 touchdowns to Hurts and 3 something. Then they beat the Patriots. Then they lost. This is the Commanders, and then they lost to Seattle. Seattle, he had Gino had like 385 yards. Then they lost to DeVito, he had 3 touchdowns. Then they lost to the Cowboys. He had 4 touchdowns. But the one thing about in all their losses that I did notice that I'm actually going to be the leg that I'm actually going to take here is that in all their losses they've given up over 30 points except for 2 games. They didn't give up they gave up 29 points to Seattle and they gave up 14 points to the Giants. But in all their losses and out of 8 losses, only 2 of them those teams didn't score over 30 points and Seattle was right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do team total over here with the Miami Dolphins. I like it at 29.5. I think they get over 30 points today. Actually, I'm in the wrong spot. So give me over in our first leg, team total, Miami Dolphins over 29.5. Let me see what the first quarter, 9.5. For one thing about ESPN, they don't have the halftime, like your halftime. Oh, here it is, halftime spread. 5.5 halftime total points. I was about to say 21.5. That's a steal. Jesus Christ. Um, 24.5. So what are we thinking about? Like 14-10. See, the problem is that Miami's defense is starting to cook up with Ramsey. You put Ramsey on um McLaurin. Like, I mean, they're gonna have some success a little bit there, but because they have, Washington has a decent offensive set. So I would think that if you wanted to bet anything on the other side, I would be looking at Samuel and Dotson probably because I don't, even Smith Robinson out the backfield could be a nice little bet here. Trying to think who's their second leading receiver behind McLaurin. That's it. So it's Samuel, right? Samuel and Dobson kind of share. They're kind of neck and neck. I would do probably Johanna Dotson a little bit more because he's had a couple bigger games. I want to see cook up something for something else because on the other end, if you got to think about it, the way you break it down, if Miami's scoring, that means there's more offensive possessions for the Commanders, so that's going to be more opportunities for them to score. And Samuel just had 100 yards, so uh, all right, man. I got a I got an extra sound in my ear. Kind of messed me up. All right. So there's the first leg of that parlay. All right. Let's keep it moving. All right. Now we're gonna go and do money line Detroit. I just think Detroit beats New Orleans. Chris Overlay is slated to play. I think he had a scare with a concussion, but I think he does play. You know, Playing in New Orleans is tough, but this team is kind of falling off the rails a little bit a little bit of issues in terms of in the locker room. Starting to kind of come out here in this and with these teams. But you get me Detroit coming off embarrassing loss, but you get Detroit coming in on a fast field. I think that picks up a little bit here. Um, you know, I think I think what Detroit, yeah, Detroit lost to Green Bay and Turkey Day, so they thought they were going to win that game. So, and then you got the Saints here losing off two in a row. Like I said, starting to fall off the wheels here, and they lose to decent or somewhat good teams. So, give me Detroit here. I think Detroit wins this game pretty. I don't want to say pretty easy. Beating New Orleans in New Orleans is tough. Let me see what their losses was at home. They lost to the Bucks at home, 26-9. They lost to the Jags, 31-24. So they're 2-2 at home, coming off a decent road trip. Three of their last four games were on the road where they went 2-2. They played a lot of bad teams. They played the Colts, the Bears, the Vikings, and the Falcons. They've lost to every good team this year with a winning record. Like they lost to the Packers, they lost to the Texans, they lost to the Jags, and none of those games were close. Well, the Packers games were close at Green Bay, especially with um, but Overlay is looking like he's going to play. But yeah, give me Detroit. Let me see if do I want to do money line or do I want to do -3? Oh, let me do -2.5. Well, it's right there at the money line though. Like it's either the line or the money line. Let's see what it's like with this with straight lines so far, and we'll keep cooking. We'll keep cooking. We can always change that. All right. I do like Detroit today. I think Detroit. I think Detroit shows up today. Maybe like Detroit. You know what? Let me see what's Detroit first half real quick. Detroit first half spread. I think I like this. -2.5 Detroit. So let me take that out real quick. Let me do minus Detroit 2.5. Let me see in those losses real quick. And all the losses that the Saints have, were they losing by halftime? No. So that Green Bay game, Green Bay scored 18 straight in the fourth, so that was dookie. They were losing halftime against the Bucks. They were losing halftime against Houston. Let me see. And those were one was away, one was home. Bet you they were losing by the Jags. 17-6 half. Yeah, I'm liking this bet more and more. Liking this bet more and more with the half. Yeah, Minnesota. That's everybody's like the second quarter is where they fall off. Like they lose the second quarter almost every time. Yeah, 9-14. Yeah, 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 yeah. We're gonna go with that. Give me that half. Yeah, that's a good bet right there. I might take this straight. I think I will. I'm gonna take this straight later. I like that. Detroit first half -2.5. That's a good bet. A little bit of juice with the -2.5, but give me that. All right. So we already did that. We already did that. I really like the Panthers today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do. Every time there's a head coach firing like that, I know the Panthers are bad, like really bad. Um, but um, but man, um, I don't know. I don't know. There's always a boost when the head coach gets let go. Always a boost when the head coach lets go. You know, and there's a lot of people hurt for Tampa. I don't know if J.C. Horn got activated. I don't know if he's playing, but I know Baker was hurting with an ankle injury and he was like questionable. Um, I know who else was hurt for them. I think Godwin was questionable as well. I know White is out, if I'm not mistaken. I think I think both linebackers are out. Um, Jamal Dean is out. Yeah, both linebackers are out. Both linebackers are out for them. Devin White and Lavonte. Like, what is their record without Devin White and last time Devin White and Levante. Let me see. Let me like what is their record without them players playing? Like there's no way. Um that's um, yeah, like I can't even remember the last time them two didn't play. Linebackers, both linebackers are out. Like so like it's just like all perfect for Carolina to kind of maybe win this game, to sneak and win this game. The line opened at 6. And like defensively, Carolina's not horrific. Um, they just like offensively, they just struggle. Like they can't move the ball for nothing. So you would think today might be a Miles Sanders type play. I mean game, maybe. If Horn plays, I mean Tampa's gonna have a tough time moving the ball. I mean, it's not like Horn's gonna just come in and just, you know, like lock down Evans, but I mean, he's gonna be better than whatever they got over there. I'll tell you that. Trying to think how we want to play this game, how we want to play this one. Because I was looking at it, man. I might come back to it. No, it's hard to lose this many games in a row. A couple of these games that were kind of close. I would think Thielen would be the main what you're looking at here. I don't think Tampa's that uh like he's that's all I mean, honestly, that's all he has. That's all he has. I mean, it's head and shoulders of who the number one target here is. I mean, look at this. Thielen has 77 receptions. The next closest guy is Mingo with 28. That's insane. And he only had one reception for 3 yards. Everything else is 8, 6. You know, it's just volume. What's his receptions? Let me see what his receptions are. If his receptions is like 6.5, we might have to add this one. We really might have to add this one. Phew, 5.5? Oh my God. Why would they hang? Like, is he hurt? Is Thielen like not playing? What 5.5? Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Listen to the receptions. 1, 8, 6, 5, 8, 11, 11, 7, 11, 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been 11 games. This is hit 8 out of 3 of the 11 games. 2 out of the last 4. And then this is hit, what's that? 8 out of the last 2? I mean, 8 out of the last 10? Like, Jesus. They just hanging up bad lines here, man. All right, let him cook. What they say? What's the saying? Let him cook, George. Let him cook. All right, we putting Thielen in there. All right. Right now we're at almost 5-1 on this parlay. Like it as it is right now. I really do. I really like this as it is right now. But let me see if we can find some more value. I want to get some of this Eagles Niners game in here. All right. So let's go to the Eagles Niner game. Now I was looking for some trends in this game, man. I really was. and nothing really stuck out. I mean, I think um, if you wanted to, if you wanted to right here, I think the play would be pump it up to 3.5 and take the birds at 3.5. That's a possible play here. That's almost 10-1, right? Now, being a greedy some bitches that we are, Eagles gonna win the game. That take you up to 1,300, right? So we got some options here. If you want to take the Eagles side, right? If everything hits like it should, Miami should score over 30. Detroit should be up by 3 points at half. Thielen should get easily. He might get this in the first half. He might have 3 or 4 catches in the first half. And then we come down to the Eagles. If you want to lay it on the Eagles money line here, I'm not mad at you at this play. This is a 13-1 play. This is a really good play. Bet small, win big. $25 when you're 325. $50 when you're 650. Right? I really like that bet. That's a really nice bet. Or if you want to go get it, 75 almost win you a grand when you're 975. All right. Decent play. And if you put this in here, another decent play. This protects you a little bit, right? Just in case they get some funny stuff and they lose. It protects you a little bit. Should be a close game. It shouldn't be a blowout. Like if the Eagles lose, they'll lose by 3 or less, right? In my opinion. I don't think they lose by a touchdown. Always have the back door open. Like say San Fran's up by 10, Eagles drive down and get a touchdown. You know, which would suck if they go for two, right? That would be like a crazy scenario. Score is 31 uh 31-20, right? And they score 26-31 and they go for two and they don't get it. And this is where that comes into play when you miss it by the hook. You know what I mean? That would suck. Right. So there's your kind of like scenario. So if you like these two or one of these two, go ahead, drop that in. What I'm looking at is a prop bet here. The last two games, CMC has had over 50 yards receiving when he was with Carolina, and they keep him in the passing game. He's had over what was it, 22 catches in the last 4 games. I expect that to continue. The screens, him just dump balls off the backfield. It's just the way that this offense runs, and we're hurting at linebacker. So, you know, looking at George Kittle makes a lot of sense here as well. But I kind of like the CMC here. I think this is way too low for him out the backfield. I think he should get this. Let me see what is his receptions too. 4.5 C. Yeah. So like think about it. He's going like they're saying that he's going to the best betting number is for him to get at least 5 catches. So for him to get 5 catches and 60 yards. So that means he's going to only average 5 yards a catch. Numbers don't add up. I gotta like this number here. Do we have a 29.5? Yeah. Give me 29.5. So this is my bet. So like I added the Eagles bet in there just in case you wanted it, but I like this number. I'm getting the same number if I was doing Eagles +3. I think that it should be a kind of a close to a high scoring game. Give me over 29.5 for CMC total receiving yards here. Lock that in. This is a nice bet for me here. I really like this one. And y'all know when I say I really like a bet, like this thing got some legs. This thing got some legs, man. Like which one do you think loses this? Like what bet loses this? Right. Tell me, like, chomp in the comments. What leg loses this? The Dolphins not being able to score 30 at Washington. Detroit not being able to be up by 3 against a bad New Orleans team. Coming off a loss too, by the way. Thielen not getting 6 receptions when he has 90% reception share. Or McCaffrey not getting over 30 yards in the game. It's gonna stop raining too. And they were still throwing in the rain. And if it rains, that makes it even more better. That's more dump offs. Man, tell me a leg that loses. We got another $1,000 bet. We got another $1,000 winner here, man. I'm telling you. Love this bet. I really like this bet. This is getting locked in. This is getting locked in. Let me see. Can I log in real quick? I'm about to log in, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna put this joint in right now because I'm not waiting. Let me see. Let me log in real quick. Get my little password manager. All right, you know what? Let's go to the next little Carlitos little ad. I'll be right back. I'm gonna log in. Now, why is this doing that? All right, let's go.
In our family, food is our daily bond. My nonna, affectionately called Mama by many, found solace and joy in the kitchen, sharing her love through delicious creations. She turned her culinary passion into a flourishing business alongside her husband and sons in 1983. Celebrating 40 years is a testament to our exceptional team, friends, family, and beloved customers. With gratitude, we look forward to the future, expanding our brand to share the highest quality Italian food and wine nationwide. Our heartfelt thanks to everyone who has played a part in our story. Grazie mille.
All right. Uh, where's my password? Let me see. What is my password for this draw? No, it's not that one. Um, God damn it. Let me look at my phone real quick. My bad, y'all. Sports. I mean, I could just do it on my phone, but I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see something. I want you to see that I've been cooking. Because people need to see it to believe it. You know what I mean? Like they don't they oh, he's talking and he's showing this, he's showing that. No, I want y'all to see something for me. Cause you know what I mean? Like I don't be playing around. Like y'all think, like some people think it's like all cat and it's all fake, but it's all real over here, man. Let y'all know, like, all right, come on, let me just let y'all know, like, when I tell y'all to follow me and tell y'all that, like, I really be at this and be doing this, like, it's no cat. It's all real, all real. Where is ESPN on my thing? Let me do it like this. There we go. ESPN bets. All right, cool. Got it. Bang. All right, gotta put in a little code here, and then we'll bring it right back on the screen. 70. All right, let me share the screen so y'all see what I'm looking at. And I'll just try again. I can't do it. All right, let me download this dumbass thing. I thought I had this already. Open, yada yada yada. Continue, continue. I accept, confirm. Ah, dang. That's like everything just to get in there. Come on, man. All right, cool. So that should be in there. Minus that. Oh my God, really? All right, whatever. It's not letting me cook but it is. But y'all see the number up top though, bro. Like y'all think it's a game. It ain't a game, man. Like I'm for real with this, man. I mean, we just sitting with that in there just to be playing around with. Real deal over here. All right. Anyway, let's get back to the parlay. Um, it won't let me do it because I'm where I'm at. I can't get a signal, which is whack. Um, if I refresh this, what happens? I want to do it live. I want to put that number in live so y'all can see it. All right, whatever. It's not letting me do it. So, whatever. All right. That's the best. That's the second parlay of the day. So, it won't let me do it, so you guys can't see it. So just make sure you got your notepad. So we're going over Miami Dolphins total points 29.5. We're going my Detroit Lions minus 2.5 first half. We're going over Thielen 5.5 receptions, and we're going over 29.5 Christian McCaffrey total receiving yards. All right. I hope you guys got that. And if not, you guys are going to have to check that on the replay. All right. Now, let us go with our last best bet of the day. Well, it's not a best bet. Parlays are tough to be best bets. But let us go with our parlay leg of the day. And let's see if we can cook something up crazy. All right. Now, what did I say? I said the poll question was all the favorites to cover the spread. So if we drop every favorite to cover the spread, what does that look like? Because I said it, so you kind of got to go with it. Rams. All right, we're not messing with the Monday night game. So 11 leg parlay that pays out. You know what? I don't like this right here, so I'm just gonna log out, y'all. Um, because I don't like the way that looks. I just don't like the way that looks. All right, so where was I? So we do all the favorites again. I just want to see what that number is. Just want to see what that number is. Rams, Chiefs. All right. Now that's easier to see. Woo! What's that? 10 grand to win you 12? $10 to win you 12 racks. All right, let's take away what we don't think is going to work or what games we want to stay away from. All right. Chargers and Patriots. Do we want to even bet this? Or do we want to do the total? I don't know what New England's going to look like. I mean, I do, but then I don't because I just think they're so bad. You're betting on two bad teams, and I always think that's not a good, matchup. And it's going to be raining, um, in Foxborough. They're 1-5 at home. Zappy gets the start. Um, Keenan Allen's questionable right now. Does New England shock? Like, if New England wins this game, does Staley get fired? Like, they've lost three in a row. They lost to three good teams. They've beaten three bad teams, but they've lost. What's some bad losses? They've only lost to the Titans are their bad losses. Like, we're finding out the Packers are kind of for real. We already know Detroit's for real. They lost to the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Dolphins. The Titans were somewhat for real in the beginning. They've gotten injuries everywhere. Um, But New England, what's New England like? New England plays some people tough. Let's see. And they hadn't had a great schedule either. They placed the Eagles, the Dolphins, and the Jets right out the gate, and then the Cowboys, and then they lost to the Saints. They lost to the Raiders. They beat the Bills. Lost to the Dolphins again. Lost to the Commanders, which are bad. So the last three are bad losses because Matt Jones has been playing. They lost to the Commanders, the Colts, and the Giants. So what games did Zappy even play? Like Zappy hasn't thrown a touchdown pass yet, and he's played in 4 games. He probably took all the reps this week. But he's still a journeyman. He's not like he's not too much of a journeyman. Been thrust in some bad situations where he couldn't really get a flow of the game going. But he couldn't come back on a Giants team either. So it's a stay away game. I can't even play with this game anymore. So we're gonna take this one off. All right, we're gonna take that one off. All right, Miami Dolphins and the Commanders. Now, because it's going to be a track meet, I really like the Dolphins here. I don't know if I like the Dolphins to cover the 8.5. It's a lot of points. Um, Washington twice, three, four. All right. So out of their losses, Washington has lost by double digits points. They lost 37-3 to the Bills. They lost 40-20 to the Bears. They lost 31-19. The last 2 games they've lost by double digit points to their opposing players. And then with Washington, so I think I might keep this. I think I might keep the Dolphins here. Now this line was at 9.5. It looked like it dropped a little bit here. So let's do it like this. Let's do an alternate spread, and let's go. I can't even do it because of the thing. All right, 8.5 is maybe like halftime. They might be up. Leaves a really bad stuff for the back door. So let's do the game lines, and let's do by 7 a touchdown. Let's add that back. Let's do by a touchdown. Let's get out of that 8 line. All right. So we got that. Now Denver and Houston. Denver's been on fire. Won 5 straight games. Houston, they're catching Houston at a good time because Houston's hurt. I think Tank Dell is going to play. I know Schultz is out. Who else? Nico, I think, is playing as well, but they're all banged up. So this is going to be a tough game here for Houston at home. Um, does the Denver Broncos, and Denver's been kind of hurt too. I think Judy is playing, but Denver's been kind of hurt. But this has been, it's just weird. Their offense is so like just different. It's just weird. But Russell's been cooking. Oh man, it's a tough one. It's a tough game to handicap because I don't know. Like you're catching Houston at home. The line is sharp. That's really what it comes down to. The line is really sharp. Um, Meaning that it's right where it needs to be. I think it was at 3.5 before. I would probably lean Denver just because of how they've been playing, but you know, and they get the fast turf. What's Houston's home record? 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. They're 4-2 at home, just coming off a home loss against the Jags. They lose 2 in a row at home. They haven't lost 2 in a row since the beginning of the year. Mm-mm-mm. And they're hurt. Might have to come back to that one. Might have to come back to that one. We'll leave it. We'll kind of like the over as well. We'll come back to that one. All right, Atlanta and the Jets. The Jets just packed it in, right? That's pretty much what this comes down. The Jets did pack it in, so I'm gonna leave this here. Um, they just packed it in. I think Hall is playing, but with the news of Rodgers not, I mean, it was really far fetched anyway. But with the news of Rodgers not playing, that just tells you that all right, we're off to next season. We'll finish out the year. We'll be competitive. We'll compete, but we're really off to next year already. No Zach Wilson. I think he's still going to be on the bench. They're going to get the kid another shot here. I mean, was it Todd Boyle? I think it was. Yeah, it's not like he's better. We'll leave that as. Don't like Atlanta too much. Don't trust Atlanta, but we'll leave that as is. That under looks pretty good too. We'll leave Detroit as it is. Now, the Steelers and the Cardinals. Man, that's a lot of points. Like, have the Steelers beaten anybody by a touchdown this year? Like, I don't think so. Just such a weird year for them. Well, I guess they have. They beat the Ravens by a touch. They beat the Rams by a touch. They just beat the Bengals by 6. A lot of low scoring games. Obviously, is this the game they show up because they're going against a bad defense? You know what? Give me the Cardinals to keep this game at least semi close. I want to say. I want to change this alternate spread. I want to change it to 7.5. I don't think the Cardinals lose by a touchdown, more than a touchdown. I think they kind of figure a way how to keep this game close. Do. I mean, all their losses. I mean, they just got bombed on by the Rams, but the Rams are a different beast. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right, so let's get down to the Cardinals, the Colts, and the Titans. Um, hmm, Colts win this game. I don't know. Let's take this off. Here's my dog pick of the day. Give me Carolina. I think Carolina wins. It's my dog pick of the day is the Carolina Panthers to beat the Bucks. And then let's go with it. Let's go to Eagles gonna win too. Eagles gonna win. I think the Rams bomb on Cleveland. I like the Rams here. And Chiefs Packers away. Give me the Packers at home with the +6. They'll be up for this game. So what we'll do here is just to get out the key numbers. Let me get the Rams under the number 3. We'll go 3. All right. And then let's go back to the Packers and we'll get them over 7. Just a touchdown. We'll do the 7.5. All right. So there's the crazy parlay of the day, almost 20-1. Dolphins by 7. Falcons -2. Detroit -4. Cardinals +7.5. Carolina to win the game. Eagles to win the game. And the Rams -3. And the Green Bay Packers +7.5. $10 will win you 1,700. Add it up a little bit. Let's go 25. Almost 4,200. I like that play. That's a decent play to end off the show. We need some help. Like all parlays, you're going to need some help here. A lot of 1 o'clock games, but it'd be great to end the game, to end the day with a touchdown favorite by Green Bay, and then you can bet it the other way to hedge the bet if you want. Like if you're here already, like say we make it here, you got $25 riding to win 4,200. All right, I hope you guys got all that because I'm gonna clear it out. All right, everybody got that bet? Everybody good? All right, hopefully everybody got that bet in. So it's 25 to win 4,200, but and you could still middle it too, right? So that means you would need to hedge it. How would I hedge this? So the line is -6. So I would probably go right here at -3, and I would hedge it by doing like a $1,500 bet. Right. That's probably it. Probably even more because you got 25, and you could still win both sides. That's the crazy thing. If you have this type of bankroll, right? Because if you win the bet, you win 2 grand. If you lose the bet, you win $1,000. I mean, it's even more to even middle it even closer. Like you might have to, yeah, no, it would be 2,500 is where you would probably want to sit because you would win 1,300 to win the bet, and then on the other side, you would win a little bit. You would probably win a little bit less. You would win 1,700. So that's how you would middle that bet and hedge that bet if you get to this point. If not, you could do what we always do and let that some bitch ride. You know what I mean? Let it ride. You know what I mean? So those are the three parlay bets of the day. I hope you guys took the notes. We smashed a thousand bet parlay 2 weeks ago, and you saw the numbers on the thing. Like it's no joke, man. So if you still want some more bets, if you like winning money, sports betting, make sure you go follow me on Money Pop Podcast on all social media platforms, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. YouTube, we be cooking, man. I'm just saying, on YouTube, we be motherfucking cooking. So you should have saw us in college. Ridiculous. But those are the plays of the day. Thank you all for joining in. And make sure you follow A2D Radio on all social media platforms as well. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification button. This is Moss Money. This is Money Pop Betting. Happy hunting.